Guys, welcome back to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. What is going on, everybody, this evening? It is 5 o'clock Thursday, August 28th, Colorado time, Mountain Time. Today's episode is going to be a monster ISO 20022, the global financial language, coming up here for you. Tap that like and subscribe. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything because of what we say or do on the channel. Welcome back to the Crypto Chronicle, our evening live edition, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, Monday through Friday as of now. Today we're tackling ISO 20022. Now, that's very strange, isn't it? ISO 20022. What are you talking about, right? Okay. Here's the deal. It's a messaging code. There are tons of them, as we well know. There are loads of them, okay? Think of it as basically forcing every bank in the world to ditch the old school messaging, which is what's happening, to modernize now, to upgraded rich text messaging, let's just say. You know, cleaner, faster, harder to screw up, much better success rate. This cutover deadline, November 2025. The pressure is on now for cross-border payments. Let's cover what ISO 20022 actually is, this messaging standard. At its core, International Standard of Operations is ISO. The old Swift MT messages built in the 70s, right, were short, cryptic, very limited, as we well know, right? ISO is different. This is rich messaging data that replaces the XML-based structured messages that they were using before. They carry way more information. It's for cross-border payments, by the way, right? Clear names, addresses, purposes for the payment, even remittance details included. Instead of field 50A, whatever the heck that means, right? The originator name, what they use now. Instead of a truncated address, you actually get clean, structured fields that tell you where the money is coming from and going. Richer, smarter, makes payments faster, easier to process and to track. Global progress so far on this. ISO 20022 has been rolling out worldwide for a decade, guys. But 2025 is the big finish line date for everybody. Europe's Target 2 system flipped to ISO in March 2023. UK's CHIPS flipped in June 2023. CHIPS in the US went live in April 2024. And just this summer, of course, we all know that Fedwire made the switch on July 14th, 2025. As of mid-2025, about 40% of cross-border payments, messages on Swift were already using the ISO format. That's millions per day, guys, all right? So in November 2022, by 2025 this year, Swift pulls the plug on the old format, and it's ISO or nothing for cross-border payments. United States late to the party with crypto, as we know, but this is happening now, right? Fedwire flipped, and we all know that. ISO 20022. In July, they flipped over. Huge milestone for all of us. And every U.S. bank, from Morgan to the local credit unions to everybody, guys, all have to update for cross-border payments, right? They all had to. Big Bang Day, cutover. We already had it, essentially. There's some that still have to switch over. The clearinghouse's CHIPS network actually beat the Fed to it. They did it first. They migrated in 2024. About 2.6 trillion a day, they bragged that they processed, all right? So with Fedwire and CHIPS now both live, the dollar, of course, is fully aligned with global payment standards, finally. All right, and the deadline does matter. Swift's deadline on November 22nd, guys, 2025, coming up here. That's the day that, okay, so basically, coexistence period is over now with MT103 wires, which is what they've been using, now gone. Now it's all ISO. If the bank hasn't upgraded their payments, you're going to be rejected, truncated, or just plain lost if you're not using ISO now. Swift's own words. After the deadline, we can't guarantee data integrity if you try to use the old messaging translation without updating. And here are the hurdles for the banks, all right? What's the deal for banks, okay, with this migration? There's a lot to consider. Legacy systems, guys, many banks still on core payment systems built in the frickin' 80s and 90s, okay? They weren't designed for XML messages. Some slapped on quick translators instead of full upgrades and it just kind of tacked it on, right? Data quality ISO requires clean, structured info, names, addresses, purposes, everything. Okay, so you can't just slap it on the end like that. Messy stuff, guys. Testing, endless testing with counterparties in Swift to catch bugs before we go live. And training, concerning training, ops needed to learn training, extensive handling this whole thing going on for months. Vendors, smaller banks relying on third-party software to get this done, which is fine. Now, the benefits, of course, are super clear of this, the upside of the ISO. The ISO crossover. We have much, by the way, welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank, the Crypto Tank, guys. Welcome in. Tap like and subscribe, please. The benefits are huge, guys. Fewer errors, richer data means fewer false sanction alerts that are going to pop up. Faster processing. Payments are clear with less manual intervention on them. Better transparency on the messages. The end-to-end tracking becomes easier, like a FedEx package at your, for your money essentially, but it's like a FedEx package at this point. Future-proof ISO lays down the foundation instantly to 24 cross-border payments to handle all this. You can think of it as kind of like repaving the world's financial highways, which we knew we were doing this. All right, so here we are, ISO 20022. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments. You got Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Tack that like and subscribe onto your person. No, tap that like and subscribe down below. We're covering ISO 20022 in our live podcast here. The so-called ISO 20022 list, as you well know, XLM, XRP, XDC, Quant, Algorand, Hedera, IOTA, Cardano. Who am I missing? Algo? Algo or no? Out of these, of course, Ripple and Stellar are monstrous for all of us in the space. We have a preference, no problem. We're very inclusive. We love the Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of them, but, we're big fans of Ripple and Stellar. They're more official members of the XRP standards body, of course, and initial members early on, right? They literally have the seats at the table, these two, right? Ripple and XRP, Ripple XRP and also Stellar XLM. Ripple's always positioned XRP, guys, as a bridge currency for cross-border payments. It's ever been their sell, their use case, their biggest use case. With the ISO 20022, RippleNet can plug, of course, right into the new standard, and banks can format payment instructions in ISO and settle them using XRP in seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. Ripple joining the ISO standard bodies, of course, in 2024 was a super power move by Ripple, and it signaled XRP taking center stage in this whole thing. Stellar XLM comes to the table as little brother. No problem. Stellar is a similar tech. Jen McCaleb grabs that tech and brings it over, focuses on remittances for small payments, P2P payments, okay? So ISO 20022, of course, certainly affects Stellar as well. We know the use case for Stellar. We're not running to the whole thing now. Quant, of course, isn't a payment coin. It's the interoperability layer, as we well know. The Overledger tech acts as a universal translator between these blockchains, guys, and bank systems, so everybody's speaking the same language, and quantum resistant, of course, connecting the dots, right? It's the middleware between all of this stuff, the banks, the blockchains, and everything. Huge player is Quant in this, not financial advice. XDC handling trade finance as we well, and putting all the U.S. patents on the blockchain. Algorand, CBDC pilots, and other things coming. Hedera, enterprise-grade networks along with payments and micropayments. IOTA, also microtransactions, and a whole bunch more. Cardano smart contracts, of course, aligning with finance and other standards. Guys, this is going to be a Cambrian explosion with the ISO 20022 coins. I don't think it takes a genius to see it. I hope we've stacked bags heavily. Of course, that's never financial advice. Don't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. And what do I mean by stacking bags heavily? I mean your grocery bags. Make sure you stack your grocery bags heavily because you don't want to waste gas making extra trips to the grocery store. So Stack up those bags full, please, when you go to the grocery store. You got better transparency. It's cheaper. It's faster, potentially lower cost, faster. For crypto holders, of course, there's another angle concerning this whole ISO thing, guys. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Please tap that like and subscribe down below. ISO compliant coins could see more institutional adoption if banks, and I know we don't like the CBDs, but if they play a role in this whole thing and tokens like XRP, XLM are positioned to benefit from this, and don't expect overnight moonshots, but they will continue to explode over time if this does happen. Guys, let's wrap this thing up, right? Here's the deal. I'm going on and on about this. ISO might sound very boring to a lot of people, but by November 22nd this year, 90% of high-value payments worldwide, cross-border payments, will be on this standard. It's not... this is a once-in-a-generation upgrade. This is insane stuff to the financial system. Guys, this is obvious. U.S. is finally on board. SWIFT is enforcing the deadline as well, and crypto projects are, of course, jockeying for position because they're not backing up from this. Everybody's got to be ready or you're not going to be moving money well at all. Okay, so for us, it means a smoother experience, of course, as customers, faster payments, cheaper, right? More secure, less failures, less expensive. You don't have to pay twice, right? Puts XRP right in the spotlight, guys. This is huge stuff. Okay, so I do want to know what you hear and what you feel like in the comments about all of this. Please tell me. And it's very boring for most people, I understand. And what can I say? If we don't know what we're doing in this crypto space and we don't research well, we are not going to have good luck in the research in the crypto space. Of course, not financial advice. We won't have good luck. Excuse me. Buying and selling, will we? No. We certainly will not. Now, here's the deal. Let's get to today's crypto market real quick because we shan't neglect that. We have a $3.89 trillion cryptocurrency market. Fear and greed is in at 45. We're 5 points into the fear. And Bitcoin is coming in at 112,376. Ethereum is in at 4,507. Soon to be 5,507. XRP in at $2.97, dropping a little bit from this morning's live cast. And Chainlink coming in a little higher than recent, $25. And Stellar XLM in at 38 cents for a Stellar. Guys, do not forget Caleb and Brown. Crucial move. Guys, not financial advice. Please don't get stuck on exchanges this time around in the crypto bull run cash out, which we still, of course, are in our crypto bull run. Guys, you get a personal crypto broker for free, like you're this huge player or something. They're open 24/7. One-to-one backing with your money. They don't commingle funds and play games on the side with your money. They keep your money safe in institutional-grade Fireblock security, custody. And once again, 24/7 trading. You can send emails. You can send limit orders and set up limit orders and so forth. You can be, selling while you're doing whatever you're doing in the world. You have mosquitoes flying all over and also have a fly flying around. Get out of here. Guys, don't forget Caleb Brown or else you're going to be stuck this bull run and cashing out, and I don't want to see that. And it's not financial advice. Please don't be millionaires or multimillionaires on paper and then not be able to cash it out. Because what happens is if exchanges are crashing because they can't handle the traffic, then of course what is going to happen is that we are going to see, let me get my full camera. Guys, if the exchanges are crashing and you're trying to cash out and your favorite coins are up, and you're like, wow, look it, I'm going to cash out, and then you can't cash out until later, and then they're back down, what are we going to do about that? That means millionaire on paper, not in real life. Be careful. You can cash out $2 million in one pop, literally in one trade, for still the same 3.5%. It's always a flat 3.5% buy-sell swap on Caleb. That's important. I think that's important when it comes cash out time. What happens if couple of your coins are running. One's up to 750K you want to cash out on. The other one's up to 750K, whatever. You're trying to cash out $1.5 million in a couple of quick transactions while they're up. And you can't, though. No, you can on Caleb if you clear it ahead of time with your bank and so forth. This is for educational purposes only now. I'm not responsible for anything concerning your financial decisions. You have to consult your registered investment advisor. However, that individual will reaffirm or validate what I am telling you right now, because I've already done it myself. Go into the bank, talk to the bank manager, your bank, be assured they're crypto friendly, find out the truth from the bank manager, not a regular employee. Nothing wrong. I say regular employee, I mean employee who's not the manager, is not privy to all the meetings and with all the laws being set down for the bank, what they need to abide by, right? Right. So talk to the manager, talk to the head honcho, a horse's mouth, go right to the boss, have a sit down, schedule a little meeting, be very kind, of course, and just like, hey, look, I got a little crypto. Okay, here's the deal. I deal with Caleb Brown, blah, blah, blah. I want to set up a wire. I want to go ahead and send over. They have a minimum of 2,000 at one time, and that's an aggregate of coins. Of course, it can be Cardano, XRP, whatever. I don't know if I would sell those, but you sell some of your coins as the market's going up a little bit. My suggestion, not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. You got to talk to your financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is what I suggest education-wise, and I can tell you what I did. Went in, said that, hey, look, I'm going to send 2,000 over, no problem. No problem. Go ahead and do it. Once you do it, we'll know about Caleb and everything here at the bank. You got to call me, of course, Frank, before you make a large transfer. I'm going to send it over each month's money like that, and I'm going to reject it, unless I know. And you let me know ahead of time. Sure, you can send over $1 million, $2 million, whatever. See what I mean? You don't want to just be a millionaire on paper now. This next bull run. Well, let's think about that. Guys, I'm checking out. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. You guys are awesome to tune in to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with the host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Tap that like and subscribe. And don't forget to take a breath. David Schwartz, take a breath. Have a great night. I'll see you in the morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Love all you guys, and you know that, even though you're not active in the comments. Or maybe you are, and I don't refresh the chat. You probably are. I don't think my chat's working right. But you guys are awesome, and I love you no matter what, whether you chat or not. Have a great night. Tap that bell notification so you can get our next videos and our lives.